Hey everybody, welcome back to another business analysis video. Today's video is a very interesting one, as you can see from the topic. BA Training 101. Everything that you need to know as a beginner in business analysis. We'll be talking about that today. And at the end of the video, I'll be talking to you about a free masterclass that I'm teaching in order to help you in transitioning into this BA role. So let's get right into it. Okay, so as a beginner business analyst, the first thing that you want to know is understand what business analysis is. What exactly is that definition of business analyst, and can I do it, right? So really, business analysis is that practice of enabling change in an organizational context by defining the needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. So a business analyst, again, acts as a bridge between the business stakeholders and the IT teams, ensuring solutions meet business needs. So business analysis really focuses on the needs of the business. How can we draw out these needs from the business and ensure that we find a solution that meets those needs? There's a lot of tools and techniques that we adopt here. But yes, this is the first thing that you need to know. You really need to understand what the concept of business analysis is. What are we doing? What value are we adding to the organization? What is the importance of business analysis? Now, the second thing that you need as a beginner is to know and understand what the core skills are that every business analyst must have. Now, the first one is not in any specific order, but the first one is analytical thinking. It's already in the business analyst role. Analysis. A business analyst must be able to dissect complex business problems, identify requirements, as well as devise logical solutions that can meet those requirements. Now, the second skill, which is non-negotiable, is your clear communication skills, from eliciting requirements to conveying those requirements to technical teams and key stakeholders. You need to be able to speak to people. You need to be able to manage people's expectations. Now, when I say communication, I'm not only referring to verbal communication, I'm also referring to your written communication. There's a lot of things that come into communication more than the verbal and the written. There's also your body language, your empathy, the way you carry yourself when speaking. So all these things come into communication. So as a business analyst, you really need to hone on those communication skills in order to be successful as a beginner or somebody transitioning into the role. Now, the third key skill is problem solving. You really need to be resourceful and creative in addressing any challenges that come up within the business, right? The fourth skill is understanding of IT principles. While you don't really need to be a tech person, a tech wizard, or know anything about coding, you need to grasp the basics of IT because it will help you in effective collaboration, especially when you're speaking to developers and the IT teams, when you're bridging that gap between the business and the IT. Now, the third thing that you need to know as a beginner is the key business analysis concepts, which kind of go in line with understanding what business analysis is. It kind of feeds into it. But the key concepts include your requirements elicitation. You need to learn about gathering requirements through the various techniques that we adopt as business analysts, which include your interviews, your surveys, your workshop, all those various things that help us to gather our requirements. The second key concept, or one of the other key concepts, is the requirements modeling. You need to understand how to visually represent your requirements using diagrams and models. And then the tools comes into it as well, learning how to use those tools that you need to create your diagrams and models. Another key concept is enterprise analysis. This involves identifying business opportunities, building business cases, as well as understanding the market. So you really need to have the domain knowledge around the industry that you're in. Understanding the market really will help you to be successful. Now, I talked about those key concepts. What tools can we use in order to meet those key concepts? Which brings us to the fourth thing that you need to know, which is the business analysis tools and techniques. So one thing is the software tools that we use. You want to get familiar with the tools such as Microsoft Visio for modeling BPM and processes, Jira for issue tracking, Confluence for document management, project management. There's so many tools that we use as business analysts. You also have Excel, right? PowerPoint for presentation. All the tools really that we need in order to make our work and in order to add that value to the work that we do. Now, for techniques, you want to learn about SWOT analysis, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to the organization. You want to learn about user stories, use cases, and so many more techniques that we adopt as business analysts. Another thing that you must know, the fifth thing, is the BA process. I have an existing video about the business analysis approach, which will help you to really know what are we doing as business analysts, what are the steps when it comes to the project life cycle. Click the link to watch the existing video. So when it comes to the BA process, you want to know what happens from the project kickoff to delivery. What are we doing? You want to understand the project life cycle, understand those stages of a project from initiation and planning to execution to monitoring and closure of a project. So you really want to understand that life cycle of the project. You also want to understand the BA's role within each stage of that project. Click link to watch an existing video, okay, to help you really understand what we are doing at every stage of the project. That video discusses the BA's responsibility at each stage, such as your requirements gathering, your validating your solutions, as well as supporting implementation. Now, the sixth thing, again, that will help you as a beginner is getting started with business analysis training. There are so many videos, there's so many free resources as well as paid for resources that will help you in the education pathway of the business analyst. I also have an existing video about the pathway for the business analyst when it comes to education. Click the link to watch that. So explore how to self-study with online courses, with webinars, with books. There are so many resources. Click the link in the description box as well to have access to various resources that will help you in your self-learning. And as part of self-learning as well, mentorship and networking. There is so much importance in finding the right mentor and networking in the BA community as a whole. Now, a seventh thing that you need to know is, as much as you have access to these various education pathways, education resources, you want to continuously build your BA career. So you're not just learning at the beginning, it's a continuous thing. Once you've explored entry-level positions in business analysis, identify what exactly you're looking for and how to apply for that first BA role. You want to craft your resume, your CV. You want to make sure that they meet the description of the job that you're applying for. Continuous learning, again, is part of it. Through the lifespan of your career, you are continuously learning new industries, learning new project methodologies, and learning new people, new perspectives, and continuously growing and honing on your skills will help you really to improve and become that amazing, great business analyst who also earns a lot of money, right? You earn a lot of money and be successful in your life, because in life we don't live to work, right? We work to live. So as much as you are working and honing your skills and learning about business analysis, doing all those various training, always go back to your why. Why exactly are you doing it? As much as you love business analysis career, at the end of the day, we all need to work to make money to live the life that we want to live. So understand your why as well. It's something that's what I'm trying to say. Understand your why. Know exactly why you're doing business analysis, which I think the true fact is to earn good money and to be able to provide for yourself and your family and to explore various things. For me, is to be able to also travel, to have that flexibility and just to enjoy my money, right? Go on holidays, shopping, relax, right? So I want you to always go back to your why. So before we close off today's video, I want to share with you an amazing opportunity for you to join me on the masterclass, a free masterclass for all my subscribers, all my members, where I'm teaching you BA 101. So whether you're new in the field or you're aspiring, whether you're looking to carve a successful career in business analysis, I'm thrilled to announce this, and I hope that you join us on the masterclass happening on 3 occasions, each of them tailored to equip you with the essential knowledge and skills that you need to excel in the field of business analysis. So click the link in description to join the masterclass, and I look forward to seeing you on it. What exactly are we going to be looking at on the masterclass? We're looking at how to land your first role as a business analyst. This masterclass is really designed for those who are stepping into the world of business analysis. The second masterclass dives into the tools and techniques that we need for business analysis, whether it's software like Microsoft Visio, Jira, really helping you to understand those tools and how to use them. Now, the third masterclass is how to handle difficult stakeholders. Why? Because as business analysts, we encounter stakeholders who have different perspectives, different experiences. It can be quite challenging to be able to manage these people. And if you're not able to manage them, it will impact your delivery and it will possibly also have negative impact on the success of your project. So this is why I'm covering these 3 masterclasses to really help you as a beginner to know how to start, right? But yeah, that's it. I hope you join. Click the link in description, and I really am looking forward to sharing this experience and this knowledge with you. As always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. You never know who it might help. Also, share the content about the masterclass because it's going to be a live session. We can interact during the session. You can talk to me and ask me questions. It really is going to be amazing. I'm really looking so much forward to it. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.